Yeah, he needs to go. Cappa needs to go. Cappa needs to go. How did Cappa win the Triple Crown for the worst offensive guard in the NFL? So Jamar Chase got the Triple Crown for the most touchdowns, receptions, and yards in the NFL. And Cappa gets the Triple Crown for the most sacks allowed, pressures allowed, and hurries allowed. Can we just take a moment to realize how amazing Joe Burrow is? Joe Burrow put up a record-setting season, one of the best seasons of any quarterback in history, and of this season. And he did it with the right guard who can't stop a nosebleed, who can't stand in front of a little kid on a tricycle riding straight forward. I mean, I'm at a point now where I think 90% of the people watching this video right now might do a better job than him as an offensive guard in the NFL. And normally I would be joking about that, but I don't think I am. Dude. Is Frank Pollock to blame? That's the first question I feel like everyone is going to ask. I think the downfall of Alex Cappa, because he was pretty good when he was with Tom Brady in the Bucs. He was pretty good there. The downfall from the Buccaneers to now, I do believe, is a fault of Frank Pollock. 100% yes. I think you can blame him for the downfall and the regression of Alex Cappa. But, again, we saw it with Cordell Volson, in a post I posted the other day. Man, it is so atrociously bad. And it's not even a joke how bad it is. It's not laughable because this is our quarterback who's getting hit and destroyed. And this right here, that's Cordell Volson. This is Cordell Volson against Cam Haywood. And Cappa, again, putting up these awful freaking numbers. It's not laughable because it's sad. We have a quarterback who has to deal with this crap. We have a offense that could go win multiple Super Bowls, but you have to protect the quarterback. And our lack from the front office of accepting this as okay is the problem. Is Cappa to blame for Cappa sucking? Yes. But there is a situation where you have to also look at the front office as a problem for not fixing this issue. They allow this issue to happen. I go back to last year. I made a comment this last year. Right around the trade deadline, we tried to trade everything to get a running back, which we got Khalil Herbert for a 7th round pick. And we tried to trade everything to get a defensive tackle. We didn't get the defensive tackle. We just got the running back. There is not one singular report we were trying to trade for an offensive guard. We benched Cordell Volson in week 11 so that we could put in Cody Ford. Because we knew by the trade deadline, Cody Ford wasn't the guy. And Cappa clearly wasn't the guy either. But with our season still hanging in the balance, still a chance, man, still a chance to be successful. Did the front office say, we don't need a running back, we don't need a defensive tackle, we need to trade for a guard. We need to fix this offensive line. No. Not one singular report. When we knew we were going to bench Cordell Volson. We knew we were going to bench Cordell Volson, and they did not give a damn to go get somebody to replace him. And I'm not saying you go out there and you get Quentin Nelson. I'm not saying you go out there and you get the most expensive best player in the league. Absolutely, I get it. Okay, I understand. And I understand Duke Tobin looks at his draft picks like some parents look at their kids. It's their pride and joy, right? But for a peace sake, can you protect your $270 million investment? And even if you don't care, or you're like, whatever, you shouldn't have a job anymore then. You shouldn't be a coach. You shouldn't be a GM. It's why I've said it many times. Fire Duke Tobin. Get rid of him. Because clearly he's not in the mindset of winning. This is unacceptable. And this is avoidable. You could have fixed this. You can't tell me that you could not have called up one of the 31 teams and said, hey, we like to trade for your backup guard. Maybe your starting guard, one of the teams that sucked, right? The Giants or who, not Giants, but one of the teams that sucked. You tell me you couldn't trade for any guards at all? Because clearly anyone at this point would be better than Cappa out here. Anyone. You couldn't make that trade. No. You know why you couldn't? Because he doesn't want to give up his draft picks. And it's not like he hits on his draft picks. If he was hitting on his draft picks and he was creating Hall of Famers, I might sit back and say, all right, maybe you got a point, Duke. Maybe you got a point. No, he doesn't. His draft picks have not been hitting. And even his draft pick that we want to see, Matt Lee, we barely utilize him. We've been saying move Cappa. Oh, it's not Cappa, excuse me. We've been saying move Teddy K to left guard. That's what he played with the Patriots, and he was very successful. Make Matt Lee the center. Try something. But just like how we kept Frank Pollock for too damn long, they didn't want to make the change. They don't like change. They refuse to trade. They refused so long to make a trade mid-season. This is a franchise that doesn't like the change. And the sad part is, something needs to. Firing Lou Anarumo does not fix the problem. And I'm tired of hearing that is going to fix anything. It's not. If they hire someone who they can just get a nickel and dime out of and hire someone very cheap who isn't qualified, like Dan Pitcher, how is that going to fix the solution to the problem? You're not fixing anything. You're just creating a bigger issue and trying to create a scapegoat. If you told me we fired Lou, and guess what? Robert Saleh, we're going to hire him because he's a great defensive mind. I couldn't talk. I'd have nothing to stand on. But that's not the case. There's no reports that we're going to talk to Robert Saleh. There's no reports we're going to talk to Dennis Allen. And I know right now we might be trying to get around the Rooney Rule, which I've said many times. I am disgraceful that you are utilizing a rule that's supposed to give equality to everyone and try to reverse that into, let's just try to get over this rule. Beside the point, this is a franchise that we are so close to a Super Bowl. We are so close to a ring. We can't keep sitting here with our tail between our legs and our thumb up our ass. And that's what's happening. This is unacceptable. But this is accepted. And Joe is the one who has to suffer for this. That's the sad part. And I don't want to hear anyone say, oh, they couldn't have fixed this. Yes, they could have. They 100% could have fixed this. This didn't happen because of injuries. This didn't happen because of anything but neglectance. Neglectance? What's that word? Neglecting. They neglected protecting Joe Burrow. We can't let this keep happening. This needs to change. And this is why I said cleaning house might have been the best thing we could do, is to clean house. And it doesn't mean fire one person and say it's cleaning house. Firing one does not change everything. Firing one just means that we still have the issue. Okay? You have a termite infection in your house, and you get rid of one little termite nest, they're still in your house. And I'm not saying lose the problem. I'm saying the culture that was infested is the issue. Change needs to happen. We'll be fine. And I truly believe we're going to get this crap together and we're going to turn this in the right direction. I know I might be delusional. Maybe I am delusional. But let's go. We'll be fine. Hoo-day, boys. Hoo-day. Let's have a great off season and get this crap together. Hoo-day!